Happy New Year to some of you on the other side of the world, and Happy New Year Eve to the rest of you. So glad to be here on this final day of 2023. Can you believe it? But excited for 2024 as well. 2023 was a beautiful journey. We've learned a lot, right? About ourselves, about the world, about what we want, about what we don't want. And it's beautiful, right? Every moment, never wasted, always a beautiful experience. So, just getting my desktop all set up here, and we will get started here. And just a big thank you to everyone. Had a lot of great growth on our channel over this year, almost doubled in size. Last year we had 1,000, which was great because it allowed me to open up a lot of things. And so we're continuing to grow. I'm excited for 2024. It is the year of for us, and moving forward in our dreams and our journeys. It's very, excuse me, a very auspicious year, as we say. There's a lot of great astrology that's happening, which we'll talk about as we go throughout the year too. But before we get into everything, I just want to start, and I'm going to continue to do this throughout next year because it is an important time for us to really uh, bring unconditional love energy out to the world. When one person sends unconditional love out, it impacts our whole collective by um, like transforming or counteracting a million people, a million, not 10, not 100, not 1,000, not 10,000, not 100,000, a million people that are experiencing lower vibrational fear energy. That is how powerful unconditional love energy is. So if you want to join me in doing that, I more than welcome that. Whether you're watching it this live or on replay, we can all join outside of space and time because there is no space and time when it comes to that love. I've got my gorgeous, beautiful singing bowl, which I love. And we're going to go ahead and take a big, deep breath and come back to right here, right now, as we bring that love down into us, fill us up, and overflow out to the world. And that's all it takes. Wow, my all my hairs are standing up on my arm. So thank you guys for joining me. Woo, that was a big surge. Brought tears to my eyes. Thank you guys so much. And love and light. Hey, Deb. Could feel all of your love energy. Wow. Woof. Let me gather myself for a moment. All right. And let's get this finished setting up here. All right. So, 2024, I just want to make sure you guys are aware. For those of you who have not checked out my main channel, I have a lot of pick a cards and different types of readings that I record and put out. Here is the 2024 energy forecast, and it's for each individual zodiac sign. That's the playlist, and if you click on it, you can see all the signs and choose which one you'd like to, which you're drawn to for your sun, your moon, whatever. But we cover love, money, career, and more. And then also we split out the year into three equal sections of 4 months each. And Spirit gives a blessing for each that they want you to know about. And then also we pull a few cards for each of those periods too to find out what else Spirit wants you to know about them. So be sure to check that out. And also, we, of course, are in the middle of solstice, winter on the northern hemisphere, summer in the southern. And here's a pick a card for the 3 month period from like December 21st through like March 21st ish. And if I pick a card for that 3 month period, what Spirit would like you to know. And then there was a second thing that they had me do, which was pull a card for each individual zodiac sign too, and also include what each planet, what it rules over our lives. So if for these next 3 months you're wondering about, let's say how the men in your life or authority figures, how will that, what's the theme of that? Excuse me, then you can look at your Mars. What's your Mars sign in your birth chart? And you can look at that sign, and that will tell you. So, some great stuff in there as well. You're funny, Fire Spawn. If you asked it before, like yesterday morning, then probably so. I done so many. If you ask it again, then I'll probably know it. They'll if they bring it back to me. You're funny. Also, of course, when we move into the solstices in December, that's also Capricorn season. So happy birthday, all you Capricorn sun babies. And there's a pick a card for everyone for the period of Capricorn season, which is December 21st to like January 21st. And so you can do that. And then all you Capricorn sun babies, there is a 3 month bonus birthday reading giving you a forecast for the 3 months. So if you have any Capricorn sun babies that are in your life, share that with them too and say happy birthday from bruddaZEN. All right, let's see. What else did I want to share here? Oh, yeah. And then, of course, can't forget the New Year's meditation about the new Earth that's coming this next year. It's exciting. So there's a great meditation in this pick a card for New Year's Eve and New Year's as we're bringing in this new beautiful Earth, beautiful love energy. And then there's a pick a card around that as well. So enjoy all those. Those are all free. I have a ton of other pick a cards that are available. There's a playlist linked in the description box too. I kind of bust them out by love and money and career and some other things too. But then there's just timeless ones that just follow your heart and spirit will guide you there too. All right. Excuse me. What else? What else? Oh, since 2023 is coming to a close, I've been having most of my services at 50% off until the end of the year. So you still have until midnight tonight and even into tomorrow morning because tomorrow is when I will be changing all of my pricing back there. So I put out past life readings in December. And so for the first 30 days, I had them at half off. Those will also return back to regular price. And then I introduced birthday readings as something new. But those will continue to be half off introductory rate until the end of January 2024. So if you're interested in birthday readings, you can check those out too. And they make nice gifts for friends. If you're like, "Oh, I have somebody that they have everything they need, but I'm going to give them something cool and neat, and mystical." Okay, you can do that. So I think that is everything I wanted to talk about with all that blah blah blah. But there you go. All right, so let's move this out of the way and scooch these over, and we will get into the readings. If you are new to my channel or the readings, how they work as I go down in order, first come, first serve. There is no special list. The chat is the mighty list, and you just put your question there, and then I just go down in order. I'm usually on for about 2 hours, and after this, I go to a praying mantis members session where all my praying mantis YouTube members, which I have one here, you can see their name in green with a little um, a little badge. So Supernova Nova, thank you for being a monthly YouTube member and all the beautiful donations you make, and everyone else that's making donations. It helps support me. This is what I do. This is how I earn my income. In addition to my beautiful host, allowing me to live in her basement. I call it the cellar, in the cellar for free, and just blessed. So blessed and so grateful for just so many things and for all of you. And for giving the video a thumbs up too. That's something everyone can do. That helps spread the Zen love, and it's absolutely free. So perfect price, right? So if you're enjoying these free readings, definitely give the video a thumbs up. All right. And then if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that as an energy exchange. I'll step out of the free readings, dive deeper into those as well, pull more cards and get more information. And then when I'm done, I return back to the free readings and I try to get through as many of those as I can. All right. Thank you, Supernova. You are awesome. When you make it big and you're like competing with Lady Gaga across the world, I'll allow you to, you know, buy me a cabin up in the woods somewhere. You're so funny. Fun. So let's get started, everyone. And so we will start off. Supernova, thank you so much for your donations here. Yeah, and we'll give the first one some love since it lets me do that. And you want to know, how can you get into the artist mentality? I hear you, right? Um, Definitely. What does Spirit want you to know? How can you get into this artistic mentality? All right. So I went to that one and that one and those two. All right. Let's see what advice they have here. We got the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups, I love this, because we've been getting this card here for you, right? And you remember, maybe, um, they're making me remember right now, which is always a miracle that I remember any past readings because I do so many, but about this energy of meeting people that you've had past lives with, that it's your community. And so to help you get into the artist mentality, you spend time with artists. I love it. You are what you surround yourself with, right? In addition to that, you've got the Hermit card and the World card. The Hermit card is spending time connecting to spirit, which totally makes sense because they are the creator, they're the master artist. We all are mini creators. When we're in our human, that's when our fear kicks in and when we're distracted by all the noise of fear of the outside world. But when we're able to calm down and get away from the chaos and connect upward to the spirit world, boom, oh, creativity just opens up. And I know how that is because when I write and I'm preparing podcasts and I'm doing all sorts of stuff, if I'm like, okay, I got to get this done, it's like things I'm creating crappy. It's crappy. You just, ugh, you know. It's like if you ever see like the movies where people are authors and they're like delete, delete, delete. It's like, but when they open up and they're relaxed and they're connected, then it just flows, right? So I like that too. The world is the ending of the old cycles, the beginning of the new. Um, and trusting the process of that everything flows. Go with the flow. When we try to control, that's when the fear comes in because we're trying to control things when we're fearing I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, it's not happening in the timing it's supposed to, blah blah blah, right? And so it's like changing and allowing, it's that the process is happening. The major arcana is like the journey of the soul, starting with the full card at 0 and going through as the magician and the high priestess and the empress and the emperor and the hierophant and the lovers and the chariot, etc., etc. And it's this whole journey that we go through, and it's trusting that the journey takes care of itself. We just get to, it's like being on a inner tube going down a slow, lazy river. We can try to control it and swim upstream, but we go so much more further if we just go with the flow where life takes us. And I like that. It frees up your energy and allows you to, move forward like that. Let's see what else here. Yeah. And the other Two of Pentacles. Whoa, that's a bit bright. Two of Pentacles, which is balancing your outside world, balancing the lower human world with the higher world. And the Seven of Wands is about not feeling like you need to defend or explain yourself or ask permission to shine or dim your light. It's be you and allow yourself to be expressed. And everyone's going to have their opinion always. And you might as well get used to it now. as you get into the limelight, people are going to say stuff that are is not kind, that's untrue, and it has nothing to do with you. And you'll learn that you're just like, oh, when someone says, you're blah, 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 and you realize if you picture in your mind someone standing in front of their bathroom mirror going, you're blah, 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 you're like, oh, they feel that way about themselves. I'm gonna send them some love, right? But I love this. I love this. You know, this is how you can connect with your artistry. Find artists to hang around that encourages you. You share. Your energy multiplies between each other. You're artistic. You help each other. You gain ideas. Someone comes with an idea that sparks you, like, oh, but you can do this, and they're like, oh, and then we can do this. It's artists when they get together, that's what the creative flow of energy just multiplies. Like when we send love out to the world, it multiplies. So the more artists you get together, and you find your tribe, that helps. But inward and upward, and allowing that creativity to flow, and let go of control. And let's say, let go of control and go with the flow. There you go. I love it. All right. And that's what they have for your first question. And then your second donation here. Let me give that some love. And question two, you have an idea to attend music classes. Is that a good idea to meet people? Oh, and connect with others? What do you guys have to say about it? Well, I'm thinking, since I didn't read your question yet, I think that might be a good. Let's see if the classes are, because definitely hanging around with other artists is important. But let's see here about music classes and anything else. All right. Seems to be 5 is your number of cards today. Let's see here. Well, imagine that. You got the Empress again. I love it. So, I don't see like um anything saying no. And let me just continue here. So you got the 5 of Wands, which is a transformation of energy, and the 3 of Pentacles. It's a getting in a music class together. One of the things that you would learn is they're going to have a lot of theory, they're going to have a lot of ways, but don't take it as like, well, this is how I have to be. Take it as tools that are given to you, and then you're like, and I can use it how I want, right? Because this 3 of Pentacles is about you making sure you stay true to your authentic self. And the 5 of Wands is this empowering energy where when we're challenged, when people, like, if you go to a class and they're like, well, this is how you have to think and who you have to be and blah 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 blah, and you're like, it creates the fear in the beginning. Well, I don't want to let people down. What if I don't want to do that? It starts this energy of, okay, I don't need to tell them to their face, no, I'm not going to do it and you can't make me. You're like, thank you for all of your information you're giving me. I'll definitely, you've given me a lot to think about. But it's not like, we have to defend it and we have to like attack it. But this energy transforms where you learn to be open-minded and open-hearted what people's ideas have, and not resistant. Because it's like they're like, oh, you should do this, you should study classical music, and you're like, what? But you're like, I'll think about it. Who knows what I can learn from the classics. Doesn't mean I'm going to become a classical artist only, because you don't want to be fit in a box. So there is this energy that you learn a lot about a stuff and structure and tools. The more tools you have, the more stuff you can do, right? So definitely supported there. I love this. You get the both the Empress and the Queen of Cups. So it helps you with your creativity. Again, this is building on your last question, that it does help you with your creativity. And the Queen of Cups is about, your intuition, your spiritualness. It helps you get in tune with your heart and with your picking up, um, oh yeah, other people's emotions and building your empathic abilities. Also helps you build up your, as you spend more time around people who are emotional, because usually artists are emotional. That's what makes them such great artists is they share their emotion. So they usually have a lot of stuff to share, but you learn to build a bubble so you don't take on everyone's emotion. So it's a win-win with those. And even here with swords are knowledge and education, and they roll over that energy, the air energy of learning and growth. And the seven of swords shows you what of your own thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that have deceived you or kept you limited or cheated you out of things. And so I like this because I feel like it does bring you more and more, not that you're in a shell, but out of your shell. And it allows you to express things too. So I love all that for you, and it definitely feels very positive. Follow your heart, with that intuition is what to sign up for, where to go. Close your eyes and open your heart when you're making your decisions about what classes that you want to take or whatever. So I like that. Let's see here. I wasn't reading what you were saying here. Let's see. You hate school. Yeah, I think music classes would be different because it's something that you love. It's not like, here, learn math, or let's talk about history. And you're like, huh? Yeah. Yeah, so good. Well, good. Now you have a fresh slate that you get to choose who becomes your friends in your path, and but trust your heart with all of that too. So I love that. All right. That's what they have for that one for you. I like it. I like it. But yeah, definitely um, follow your heart when like I said, when you're choosing them, you'll be like, well, musical theory, and you're like, you know what? Um I'm sure we'll learn about stuff, and it's the foundation of music, and it can help me. And look at everything as a tool rather than, a have to. And it's different when you're in school and you have to go to school. It's different when you're taking a class that you want to take, um, and you choose, because it's that power of choice that comes in that feels good. I like it. All right. And then that's it for the number 2. Let's go on to the number 3 here. Give that one some love. And new current messages from your guides. You love them. Well, I like that because they love you too. And I actually got a new deck in yesterday, Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reed, and they want to give you a message from those. So let's give those a shuffle here. And take a look here. What do they want you to know? Messages, new current messages from your guides. All right. No, there's 3, but they're like, no, none of those. Options, options, options. Here we go. Oh. Okay, I see. So they're so funny because they know you so well. And so they're like, all right, here's sacred union, partnership, romance. And they're like, just kidding, because they know that's not what you want right now. They're like, here, the dragons duel. Dun dun dun. That's funny. So it's inner conflict, morality, conscious choice. Card number 23. Here's that 2 and 3 is 5 again. Another 5 coming in again. Yeah, they do know us so well, because they see our reality for sure. So these have an ally and a challenger side to it. The ally says, when the eyes of, oh, sorry, I looked at the wrong one here. That's 25, not 23. Oh, they have the ally challenger together in this one. So they're intertwined. The dragon's duel takes place at the proverbial fork in the road. It's both ally and challenger at once, as it represents the tension of opposites. Even though the truth is that we live in unity, we experience the duality of faith and doubt, love and fear, right and wrong, black and white. This aspect of your current experience asks you to accept that although you may be going one way, another may call you to change direction. Now is the time to inquire whether it's your ego or your soul leading you. There are always choices in life. We talk about that every moment is power of choice, right? Decision making also solves inner conflict. So if you're torn between two dragons, the one that you choose to feed will be the one that wins. Which is it? If it's not the one that serves the highest of your intentions, deliberately feed the other, and the duel will be won in your favor. Yeah. So it's the dueling dragons. Whenever you have the dueling dragons appear in your life, we have the let's see if we can get it to focus here. There it goes. We have the lower and the higher, right? Lower energy, higher energy. And whatever we focus on is what grows. It's like the Native American. I like the twist of the white dragon and the dark dragon. Whatever dragon you feed is what grows, and intentionally feed the other. So if you're like, we've got that fear that's arising, and our choice is kind of pulling us into the lower vibration, fear, anger and anxiety, resentment, whatever it may be. We're like, you know what? I'm feeding the dark dragon and I don't want it to grow. It's big enough. I'm going to intentionally feed my white dragon instead, the higher dragon, and I'm going to choose joy and gratitude. Doing a gratitude journal, amazing, amazing thing. It's good for everyone. And if you want to even, because like I did a gratitude journal once where for 30 days, every morning I would just put something, or in the evening, I something I was grateful for that day, not repeating it for 30 days. And it was so amazing, the energy change over 30 days, that I wanted to continue to do it. And I'm like, I'm just not going to put an end date to it. I'm just going to do it till I get tired of it, or I have nothing else that I feel I can be thankful for without repeating anything. Well, the amazing thing is the more I focused on being grateful for things in my life, the more things came in to be grateful for. So I kept going for almost 5 months, 5 months, not repeating one thing. And so with that change, it became a habit over that amount of time of focusing on gratitude and the brighter things in life. And it grows and it brings it more in. And trust me, it's so much more peaceful. It doesn't mean that there's days where we choose lower vibrational things throughout the day, but having that. And then also I learned that, like I talk about using my phone, if there's something I want to change a habit on, nothing better than changing a habit than to be reminded every hour, a half hour, however we want throughout the day, that we're awake, to come back to gratitude, to come back to joy, come back to whatever. So it's an amazing thing. Yeah, it does definitely. We're trained to focus as children, focus on what you're doing wrong, focus on what you're missing, focus on what you hate, focus on what you fear will leave or come into your life, or not leave or not come into your life. And so we grow that giant dark dragon our whole lives, right? Until we learn there's another option, and there's no right or wrong. It just brings you different experiences, and I love that wisdom that they're bringing in. So I like that for you, Supernova. A great reminder. I think it's something that you already know, but I feel like giving you a different picture in your mind of the dragons really helps. So that's what they want you to know right now, is you have so much power over each moment. By what you focus on, you grow. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. And then Dune, you are up next. So let's give that donation some love there. Thank you for that donation. And you want to know, how will life change when you move out from Sweden? All right. Let's take a look here and see what spirit wants you to know here. So I'm just going to take a quick sip of my coffee here. It's nice, kind of those overcast, high cloud days. And I actually woke up to my alarm today, which I must have been sleeping deep and hard for me not to wake up. I was like, "Oh, must be time to get going." So you can tell I'm a little puffier than normal, because I haven't been awake for like hours like I normally am. Yawn, yawn, yawn. All right, let's take a look here, Dune. I know. Let's talk about you. That's what we're here for. Not bruddaZEN sleep habits. All right. Wow. Well, I like this. Let's see what these other ones are here. Okay. All right. So your life is amazing when you leave Sweden, Dune, which you knew. I think you knew. You got the Wheel of Fortune. So, I mean, right away, we can just stop there, right? It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be full. Even your human is going to believe that everything unfolding is for you. It's the Wheel of the Tune of for you, the for tune. And so there is this abundant feeling, because everything that happens in our life is always for us. 2024, the year of for us, right? I keep on saying that. And it's beautiful because it is. We change from like life happening to us to life happening for us. And but the Wheel of Fortune says sometimes our human goes, "How is that for me?" But this is saying that even your human's like, "I'm on board with this. This is for me." And I like that. Now, the Seven of Pentacles does say it takes a little bit of time for things to unfold here. You can see the dog. There's a lot to dig up here, a lot of fortune, a lot of abundant things that come into your life. And you just get to one, and then you can continue to dig, and there's more. So there's like a lot that happens that just unfolds in you don't it doesn't like here, like here's everything. It comes to you throughout time. And a well paced because your human is happy with all that. There are things that come in fast and furious with the Eight of Wands. So there are things that move very fast in the beginning of moving. Other things take a little longer. So you're not like, oh God, you mean the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit? Normally, that is a patience card. But with what they were telling me with all of this energy, it's like, no, you get some stuff, you get some immediate windfalls in your life in different areas of your life, including love comes in very quickly for you when you move out of Sweden. So I think you had asked, and I saw it after I had closed down the session. You had asked, you know, is it do I meet this person when I move, like your new wife when you move out of Sweden? And I'm like, evidently so, because this is confirmation for it right here. Um, wow, yeah. And so that is what happens quickly, and I like this. You have the Queen of Swords, which she is someone who balances heart and mind, so someone who's intellectual, who's great communicator, but also has a big heart. All the queens have a excuse me, they roll over their own sign, plus they all get cups, so they all have emotion, connected there, but it's a beautiful, balance between heart and mind. So someone who is, just the appearance that you get first with the Queen of Swords is someone who is intelligent, well spoken. They're very organized, have clarity of life, and then you think, "Wow, they're going to be a geek? Are they going to be, a dragon lady where they have no emotion?" But then you talk with them, and you're like, "Wow, they also have this beautiful." Balance of emotion and be able to express their heart, and they've got compassion and that too. In addition to that, they have the Queen of Pentacles, which on one side shows that you have new birth, you have this abundance, you have this nurturing, self-nurturing that happens with all of this experience too. But this also is talking about the love because the Ace of Cups came in with it all here. So when you're looking at this Ace of Cups, let's see if I can do it here where it doesn't all fall. There you go. So this is kind of like a portrait of them. No, they don't have a split personality. They got double emotion, so very compassionate individual, very intelligent, very grounded, and secure individual in themselves too, which is perfect for you. So I like that for you, Dune, and that is what they want you to know right now. So nice little tidbit, and thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Just put these cards back in here into the deck. All right. Happy New Year. All right. And so we'll continue going down here. Let's see. All right. You're welcome, Dune. And then I did have the donation. Hey, love1234. Thank you for your donation. It came through, and it came through at 11:11 a.m. my time. Wow. So what an auspicious or synchronistic number. So I thought I'd tell you that because that jumped out at me here. And thank you for your donation. And let me take a look here. Let's just give these a shuffle. I know. Wow. And then just so everyone knows what's going on as far as the donations. Mia Mia, you'll be up after that, and then Supernova after that. So thank you guys. All right. So love, 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy New Year to you too. All right. So you see, you've got two questions. So your first one, what does your brother mean by if he brings something? Oh, you would. Wow. Oh, okay. We'll figure out what that means. And then, oh, and then number two for you here. All right. So what's going on with the bro here? Oh, okay. All right. Well, we've got the Two of Pentacles coming in here, and they either have a choice between two people, and if they break up, um, it might be perceived that they were, fooling around on behind the back of the other one because they've got the the death card here, which is like feel like they're like, this is the death of my, like you said, my name, my good name. But they've got this internal battle going on here, which is their thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about, you know, what other people will say and blah 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 blah. And I feel like there's something tied to why they would be breaking up that has them scared here, right? And I feel like it has to do here because we've got here, Three of Swords, which is heartbreak and disappointment, which I feel like they would be doing to their girlfriend. Um, we got the Six of Cups and the King of Wands, and I feel like possibly they've met someone here with a past life connection that, you know, I don't feel like they've done anything, you know, um, this with the King of Wands, the Prince of Wands, the Knight of Wands is like a horny little teenager that's going around humping people's legs. They got so much passion they don't know how to control it. Well, the king is different. They know better. They can control their passions. I don't feel like they've done anything, but I feel like they're attracted to someone and they realize that they don't have that and with their girlfriend, and that's why I feel like they're going to be making, if they break up, that this other person, that they will make the choice and hang out with them, with this person that they're very attracted to and they've got these ties with that go very very long. um and if you know because I don't feel like your brother, like you said, he didn't do anything unethical or anything like that. I just feel like he's realizing I we don't have that together. And it was excitement and stuff in the beginning, but there wasn't a whole lot of other things that are drawing them together. And I don't then that's why I don't feel like they've dated anyone else or anything, but I feel like they've got yeah, you know oh you feel sad, you have fear for him feeling guilty. So that's what sadness is. And it's funny because your guides are Almighty Isis, controller of your brother's emotions. Let it go. He has his own experiences. You feel sad because you feel like it's your responsibility to make them happy and to protect them. No, they're on their adventure. Let them go. I like it, but nothing here. I just feel like if they haven't met someone, I'd be totally surprised. But um, something is showing them here that they don't have the passion that they thought they would want with someone. And I feel like but I feel like the reason why he thinks it would ruin his name is because there is someone that he would like to get to know, and he wants to pursue it, and he feels like they're like, "Oh, you're just blah, da, 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 da," that he'd be accused and all of that, so that's all coming in there. Not physically hurt, she's gonna choose to be hurt with that 3 of swords, because she's defining herself by his actions, which when a human we as humans define our worth by other people's actions, we get to enjoy feeling hurt. We get to enjoy feeling less than and unworthy, and then we lash out and are accusatory and, "You're doing this and you're doing that, blah, blah, blah," but unethical, you're talking about ethics, the supposed to's, the shoulds, the need to. Sure, he's done some things, that probably she didn't want him to do. You looked at that person, you were chatting with someone else, how dare you? And it's like, but not out of this. But I feel like some of it too is she's um got a lot of rules around what a relationship is supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be. Yeah, no abuse. Yeah, 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 definitely not. Um, um, but she got a lot of rules, is what your spirit's guide going. Wow, not your brother would look at her as high maintenance, because he doesn't have as quite as many rules, but her background comes from a very strict, a lot of rule family type of things. Um, yeah. Um, so, she's still caught up in all that obeying family and no, it must, and freaking out and blowing up and fighting a lot. I feel like with those 5 of Swords, and he's just like, I got to break up. And, um, but I feel like it would be like, I gave myself to you, and this is what you're doing to me. It's like, well, it is what it is. So that's what they have there. All right. And then you were asking what's coming for you in love in the next 2 months. So it's like, well, your first card up, I guess, since we're talking about love, you do have important relationships that come in here. So we do have that to start off. Very clear. Let's see what we've got here. So you've got you got the devil card here, which is, Saturn Capricorn, which is what we're in right now. And so I feel like during this Capricorn season, you are having here the King of Pentacles. And there's this, change of worth, the stepping up for your worth, this um, very grounded individual feeling that comes in here too. So I like um, this energy. Let's see. Let me just want to take a look here because I feel like, yeah, because you have been waiting around here. The Hanged Man is patience and transformation. You've been going through a transformation. Your life has been going through transformation, but I feel like also what you're desiring and what you're wanting with the 10 of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment, has also been going through a transformation here. So I feel like you've been having this. You always get the Queen of Wands, don't you? And this is you going, you know what? I'm stepping forward. I'm shining bright. I'm taking action. I'm moving in my direction. And I feel like I don't know, I feel like that your patience, obviously, your patience has run out with maybe a specific individual. But I feel like there's just this, you know what? I'm what I have wanted has changed, and what I feel I deserve that has changed, and I like this. I like this King of Pentacles because it reminds me of like Taurus energy, very earthy, ruled by Venus, um, very grounded, very down to earth. They might seem, and this is the thing with earth signs, which no offense to any earth signs here at all, but compared to like a fire sign that's like a lot of drama And no offense to fire signs either, but we all have low expression and high expression of our signs, right? So when I'm talking about, you know, the a fire sign being dramatic and a lot of drama, a lot of friction, a lot of passion, that's the lower expression of the sign, right? There's so much more that you are than that. But when you're dating and you're having this thing, it's like, well, that's exciting, and then an earth sign can almost feel a bit dull or boring in comparison because they're so non-dramatic. It's like, I'm used to the drama, I'm used to the fighting, I'm used to the not knowing, and are they going to call me, are they not? But this consistency that I'm getting from this person, it's like, well, where's the fear? Where's the, because they're showing you this, right? So I love this for you. And this is over the next 2 months. I feel Capricorn season. Yeah, here you are. The bottom of the deck is you're still able to be you, with your Leo energy here, and the Queen of Wands, of course, both of these together. You're still able to be your fire and be able to express and be able to, be the true, authentic you. But I feel like you can be more the true, authentic you with this individual because they show you consistency. What? Consistency. Um, and so you don't feel like, well, I don't want to, have like kind of feel you walk on eggshells a little bit. Gotta call it out when spirit tells you. But you won't have to with this individual. And I like it. I feel like you learned so much this year with Bading, Bading, with Yoshi. But you're like, okay, you know what? I've had enough. And I've learned what I needed to learn. You have joy that comes in, joy and celebration. And I like it. I mean, this is actually the type of individual that would you could see yourself with the rest of your life because it also has the marriage energy with it. But it's like this, wow, wow, and you wouldn't have as much appreciation for this earth sign if you hadn't experienced what you did this year. Because you feel like it really made you stand up and go, I deserve more. I don't deserve, I deserve this that you're giving me, but I deserve more for this too. I like it. So that's what's coming in for you, love 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. I love it. All right. So that's what they have. And thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. Itchy nose. All right. So, and then Mia, I believe you're up next. Let me just scroll up here. Yep. All right. So let's give that some love, Mia. And yes, and Happy New Year. Hello, dear. So you want to know what are the things F will like the most about you through this new beginning coming? All right, let's take a look here. Yes, have a very beautiful evening yourself as you move into this new year. Happy New Year to anyone that might be hitting it here any moment on the other side of the world if you haven't already. It's already 2024 in some places, I think, in the other side of the planet. You guys always get to do everything first. I'm just kidding. All right. So some things that they'll like most about you here. The bottom of the deck is this Leo fiery strength and courage and connection to your inner strength. So that is something that they really like, and even the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck right after it, which is this feeling of fullness of the presence that you carry in the outside world. 10 of Pentacles usually has two people together and a child and a dog and an old man in a wheelchair, which is like ancestors and all the, pentacles and the palace. That's the fullness of life and the family tree and all of this, and they just see you as someone that's very solid individual, just very grounded and planted in the outside world. So I like that for you. And this is what they recognize in you with this new beginning. When you look at it, doesn't mean like you're like, what? Where are you? How are you seeing that? But when we're asking what do other people see when they look in a mirror, a lot of what they're seeing is about themselves too. So it tells you a lot when we ask, what do they think of me? That you're like, wow, so this tells me a lot about what they're looking when they see in the mirror, right? So I like it. Um, wow, and you got Ace of Cups. So here's the new love we talk about in the Eight of Pentacles. They see the progression, they see that all the work that you put in and that they put in. There is this movement, a solid movement, but also things change where they can't stay the same, right? And both of you, I mean, there's this the Eight of Pentacles is all about the butterfly going into the cocoon and the other caterpillar that they were like, "You're gonna be in the cocoon too." And it's about both needing to go into the cocoon, both going through a transformation, both emerging as butterflies so they can go do butterfly things instead of continuing to do the old caterpillar things. And so again, there's this reflection. They're like, "Wow, you're a beautiful butterfly." And you're like, "Mirror, look at yourself. You're beautiful now too." It's like we've transformed. We're not caterpillars anymore. And I thought you were awesome as a caterpillar, but look at you're a butterfly now too. And I feel like there's just this progression and this movement where things can't stay the same way, and you guys like evolve together. This whole mirror thing that comes in here. Yeah. The whole mirror things here. With the Two of Pentacles, they see this beautiful balance, but they also see the similarities. And the Nine of Cups is emotional dreams come true here, too. So I love this for you, Mia Mia. It's like something triggers. I mean, you're already on your path of this is funny, on your path of transformation and I feel like something's sparking them this next year to do some inner reflection. I don't know if they lose somebody in their life, like a grandparent or parent or someone. I feel like it might actually be a physical death close to them that makes it really shake up their life. I almost feel like that might be what it takes for them to really like, whoa, kind of happen there. But it's interesting because I see here just we've got 3 red cards and 3 green cards. Got 3 pentacles with all the change that happens here in the outside world, and then all the emotional and higher vibrational stuff with the cups and the strength card coming in. So, and I feel like, and that makes sense too here with the strength card and the family tree and the old man in the wheelchair. It just feels like with whatever they go through, you come through shining bright in your strength and you almost become like a beacon of strength for them with whatever happens in their life. And they're just really realizing like, wow. If you ever what is the name of this movie? Has Jennifer Aniston and Ben Affleck in it, and it's all about different relationships. Um, Love Actually, maybe? Might be the movie, but it's that kind of energy. If you haven't seen the movie, check it out because it's that kind of energy, but reversed where you're Ben Affleck and he's Jennifer Aniston. And it's like, a time like she goes through a horrible time after they've kind of separated, and, everyone is not being supportive. I think, like, her dad passes away, which is interesting, but and so she's in this place of trying to do so much, and she's, like, on a point of, like, physical breakdown, mental, emotional breakdown, and then he appears, and he brings, like, groceries and does some different stuff, and she's like, and I feel like that's the kind of thing that you come in with that. Is that it? He's just not that into you? Yeah, I know there's a few, so I think that might be it. That sounds right, Gene, thank you. So he's just not that into you. Yeah, because it's all these different relationships that are going on, and, I like that. So thank you, Gene. You're awesome. Alright, so that's what's coming in, Mia Mia, um, right now, so thank you again for your donation, and we'll continue moving down the list here. So, hey, Supernova, thank you for your additional donations there, and Dune for your additional one. So, Supernova, let's give that some love. And so question 4. For some reason at times you feel a wave of calmness and peace wash over you, but you can tell it isn't from like you. Is it feels familiar? Is it a guide or an angel? Okay, I get you. Let's take a look here and see when this wave comes out of nowhere, right? Oh, wow. Yeah, Mia Mia. That would be like what I was seeing with all those cards, right? People in a wheelchair, someone, in that movie. Wow. I, it's amazing. Based on a book, too. Reading? Ugh. Movies, yes. No, I'm just kidding. I've been reading so much lately, the last couple years. I got away from reading books and watching movies and stuff, but it's been that. So thank you guys so much, and thank you, Mia Mia. All right. So let's take a look here, Nova, and see what is this wave of calmness. What does Spirit want you to know around this wave of calmness? All right. Yeah, there's your 5 cards. I'm getting like 5 cards a day. 5 is something that's coming in here for you. Let's see here. Wow. 4 major arcanas and a royal. Wow. Big things here. Um, you didn't read the book? Oh well. I don't blame you. So you got the full card coming in here, which is there is this dual message. This represents soul, so spiritual, it is like spirit guide. It is someone from the other side that helps bring it in here as well. So it is like an important thing that comes in, and even the peace lily. I think this is a little peace lily here, but there's this energy that comes in, and you have the King of Pentacles, which is someone very grounded, very calm, which I see that they do bring this in for you to calm down. And but here's the death card showing it is someone. I feel like it's someone you knew in this lifetime that's gone to the other side. Did you have like a grandfather or someone that was very grounding for you that's on the other side? But it feels very like that kind of energy that's there. And the world card is ending of old cycles and beginning. This is like the last card in the major arcana that, and then the full follows it. And you got the sun card here too, which is, brightness and victory and subconscious inner child stuff that comes in to help calm here. So you don't even know who the heck it is. Yeah. Yeah. Well, even though you didn't know them, that doesn't mean that they're not around you, it's because you hear so much, like, little one-year-old and two-year-old children, they'll be like there's this video, that I saw, I think it was on Instagram, but it showed, someone filming their little, like, two-year-old son. He has the front door open, and he's, like, talking. And they're like, "Who are you talking to?" And he's like, "Why can't you come in? Why don't you come?" And blah, 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 blah. And then their dog walks in, and you're like, "Oh, it's the dog," but he's not paying attention to the dog. He's still talking to someone out there. And they're like, "Who are you talking to?" And he goes, "Grandpa." And their grandpa had died a year before. And so he was children still see the spirit and they still interact, and sometimes people don't even know, um, haven't ever met him in their life, like, they passed before they were even born, and they're like, "Who are you talking to?" And they're like, "Grandpa," and they're like, "But grandpa's not here," and they're like, "No, he's here, da 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 da," and then later they're looking through photo albums that the child never saw, and they're like, "Grandpa," and they're like, holy crap, it is grandpa. So it's amazing that comes in here. But I do feel like it's someone that lived here with this death card and the world card and um, the sun card, but someone very grounding and that brings a lot of peace for you. And I don't know if you know your grandpa when they were born and when their birthday was, but I feel like it's very grandfathery, protecting, comforting, peaceful energy that they bring in. And and that sun card is Leo energy. So maybe they were a Leo. If not, they do bring sunshine and brightness into your life, and they're on the other side as this being of unconditional love and light. So I feel like they just have this special bond for some reason with you, whichever grandfather it is that comes in here. But is that your mother's grandfather? It just feels that type of um, old man comforting energy that they reach down and hold your hand when you need it, and it's beautiful. It's the type of relationship we'd want with a grandfather, which humans don't really get a whole lot. But they're a being of unconditional love and light, so they're all of that and more. And so I feel like that's the individual that's bringing it in, and it just has that there, that energy of grandfather. So something to look at, something to, if you have pictures of grandparents, look at them and just see what you feel from them. You might be like, "Oh, wow," but that's what's coming in. So I like that for you. And yeah, as we talk about anyone that's passed, of course, as soon as we slip out of our fully, because we're only kind of, it's like it's like wearing shoes in a way. They're showing me like this body is like wearing a shoe. Our entire being isn't in the shoe, just one foot. And when we take the foot out of the shoe, we're no longer in the shoe, but we're fully back into our full presence too. And so they don't have to share themselves with everyone else and every other loved one, every other grandchild, every other blah blah blah. They can be with every single one all at the same time too. So just to be aware that all of your ancestors are with you 100% of the time, but this grandfather, they have a vested interest. I was going to say you're not named, like your middle name isn't named after someone or something. It just feels like there's this connection between you and them for some reason. But all right, that's what they have for that one. So, and let's see, tune, yeah, and anyone else coming in, if you want to know how the all the readings work, you just put your question out in the chat, and I go down um, in in order, first come, first serve, unless anyone makes a donation. That I do honor that energy exchange, and I step out and I complete those and go deeper into those as well. Your middle name is Andrea. Was their name Andy? I don't know, but yeah, definitely look into it. You have homework. All right. And then thank you for your additional donation here. Let's give that some love here. And let's see here. Did you ask another question yet? So I don't see another question yet there, Supernova. So as soon as you put that there, I will prioritize there. But just for the sake of time, I'll go on to Dunes. And so thank you, Dune, for your additional donation here. I want to know, how will your way of life be like in the new of country? All right, let's take a look here and see, what is your way of life going to look like? What do they want you to know about life in the way it is? They want those, and they do want the bottom here. Okay. So the underlying energy that they wanted you to know about is temperance. Yay, we always like a patience card to be like the primary energy underneath, right? Which you even have the 7 of Pentacles, so you got the Temperance card too. So your guides are like, it unfolds beautifully in perfect timing, and there's a pot of gold at the end. You're like, "Okay, all right, we get it. Let's take a look here." Well, so 2 of Cups, I mean, what a beautiful, beautiful relationship that you're gonna have. So your way of life really focuses primarily around your relationship with this new individual, and it's just gonna be such a deep, different love than you've ever had before. It's just gonna be beyond your dreams with this individual. Such a match, and I feel like you guys are gonna feel like you've known each other for a very long time before, and I don't feel like you have. I feel like it's past life connection type of energy I'm feeling. It's just like you're like wow, I just feel like there's this bond that's there. So definitely, it's like you're not that relationships are our reason to live, but it's your reason for the spark in your life, and it's a solid foundation for all these other things that you want to do and be and experience, right? So we'll see. We'll take a look here. Yeah, and you have the tower. It does. There's things that are moved out. Big transitions. Again, you got the Wheel of Fortune, and there's things that you hold on to that um, get removed out of your life that are no longer, in um, fitting for your life anymore. So you've got this pulling away of things that happens here out of your life too, which is the things that are stagnant, the things that need to be removed, get removed for you. And so if you're stubborn about letting anything go, just know that any obstacles that keep you from heading this direction, you already have it pre-planned with your spirit guides, right? That if I don't have this thing moved out by this time, that needs to be removed for my next step. So move that out of the way. And if by this time this isn't moved out of the way, move that out of the way. So they have this honey-do list that you gave them before you came down here. And so if something goes and gets pulled out of your life, just go, oh, that's right. Thank you. Thank you. It's like gratitude for things being moved out for you because you're like, well, I was going to get around to it. They're like, it's okay. We took care of it for you as prearranged. So I love that. And then you have the Knight of Wands. Yeah. So, things do speed up. Like we're talking about, um, there's these it's like I don't want to say it's like you're stuck in traffic, but your life there, they'll be like you move along very well, and then there's an obstacle, and you're like, okay, well we're held up for a moment, and while you're held up for a moment, you have beautiful moments, but then it's like, all right, things really need to move on, and you're like, this thing gets moved, and then you move forward some more, and I like it. It's trusting the process and the journey as it unfolds here. Yeah. So you've got here this, you know, the Hanged Man, which is the transformation. Again, another patience card. But the Five of Pentacles, you do have this huge transformation. Didn't we talk about like Five of Pentacles is your journey of worth and realization of who you are and um how you look at your worth in relationship to the outside world and where abundance comes from. So I like this energy that happens here. It's just your worth goes through a huge transformation with these two cards there. And it's like, how is my life? It's like it's a beautiful progression. And I feel like your wife, this Two of Cups, just makes it such an easy trip. It's like when if you're ever going on a trip, like throughout, life and where you're headed and where you're going and all of that, there's this if you have a lot of delays and delays and delays, if you're by yourself, you might be irritated, but if you love the company that you're with, delays are just an opportunity to get to know each other more deeply and have new experiences with them. That's the kind of energy I feel you have there, and I like that. So I like it. I like it. I like it. So that's what they want you to know there. Will you have a garden? Well, they're like, you're going to be focused so much here on the Two of Cups and the love that comes in there. So I like that. I feel like it's this joy that you have here. Yeah, and Three of Cups. Okay, so literally joy. So you're able to express and have the things that you love and want. So if you want a garden, you'll have one. Your children too. When I was pulling this card, I was thinking of your children there. And the Three of Cups is joy and celebration, gathering together, a tribe, and I feel like they will because they're going to be awesome. Um, and I feel like they do have this great They're just like, wow, look at you, dad, you know? So that's what's coming in there, right now for you. Very, very beautiful things coming in. I know. I'm excited for you. Here you go. All right. So many blessings to you, Dune, and then Nova. So God's daughter and everyone else, just an update. I'm still on donation, so I haven't started any of the free readings yet. So Nova is my last donation right now. If I don't get any other donations, then I will go all the way to the top of the chat and start on the free readings. Unless anyone wants to prioritize their reading and be next, then a donation of any kind will bring them to the next in line. All right. So good question. It's good to update because I've been on for about an hour. So for people who are new to the channel and new to these, it's like, how does this work, bruddaZEN? Well, that's how it works. All right. And if I don't get to a lot of free readings, then generally I'll come back on later in the afternoon um, after my praying mantis session to try to do some free readings. But it depends on how many I get through. If I get through enough of them, then balance is important. It's my my journey learning balance. All right. So Supernova, thank you for your fifth question. So how have you grown into who you are today? What have you learned? What does spirit guides want to say about you? All right. Let's take a look here. How have you grown? What do they want you to know? All right. All right. 5 cards again. And I feel like well, we got the wisdom of the elders oracle here. I feel like I want to pull a card here for that for you here too. So we'll start with this card, Master number 44, Dream Catcher. Let's see, there it goes. Beautiful, beautiful. Dream Catcher. Living the dream, catching the dream. Okay, let's take a look here. And this is all about dream time. So, whether it be flying through rainbow colored clouds in a wish dream, seemingly chance encounters with departed friends and loved ones during an astral visitation, dealing with confusing or scary situations during a release dream, a dream where difficulties in your physical life are worked out during your dream time, or just a joyful dream of everyday life. Our dream times are sacred and can reveal so much to us about complex issues in our waking life. So definitely pay attention to your dreams. Start a dream journal if you haven't already. Much has been written about and studied regarding dreams, and long before anything was written or scientific studies were performed, indigenous people thought that dream time was simply a more powerful version of our physical reality. Countless hours were spent interpreting the messages received from their ancestors or by the creator during dream time, and often pertinent information was revealed with those dreams. The wisdom regarding the importance of recalling dreams is just as significant today as we are all connected to the same dream world. Dream journals are a great tool to help us remember our dreams and allow us to have a record of those sacred moments. Another specific instrument to use, which is also one of the most recognizable indigenous symbols, is a dream catcher. So dream catchers originate with the Ojibwa Nation and are a loose web woven around a willow hoop tied to a feather. And they are meant to filter out our bad dreams, allowing in only the good ones. If you've drawn this card today, you might encounter a deeply unusual dream in the coming days. Uh-oh. One that requires reflection and analysis. Perhaps you will release a problem you've been dealing with, and the resolution will carry over into your waking life. This might also be an indication from spirit to purchase a journal to record your dreams and a dream catcher from an indigenous artist. Ooh. These tools will help you move safely through your journey in dream time and assist you in reflecting on your travels there or making your own dream catcher. I've made a couple myself, and the process of doing it is pretty cool. You can just buy like a loop, even a little like I bought a wreath, like a little um, it's like wicker basket type of, intertwined, and then just bought some twine and started making what I wanted to make. So that could be fun. You dream, you just don't remember it. So you can start asking about your dreams to remember them. So um, we don't think we dream, but boy, do we. So you can ask, but before you go to sleep, ask your soul and your spirit guides, help me remember my dreams. Oh, no, don't worry. Don't feel bad. Well, I mean, you can feel bad if you want Supernova, but you don't need to because donations are what help me, be able to offer what I do. Because if I didn't get donations and I didn't have people buy my services, then I would be working a full time job and exhausted and not doing any of this. So thank you for being it. And I do come back on to usually finish out most free readings too. So you don't it it just they don't get it right away, but they do get their messages. So don't take on that guilt. I'm definitely not throwing it your way. All right. So, and we'll take here, you guess. Oh, you mean about dreaming? No, it's true. It's true. You definitely do dream. Spirit's telling you that you dream. You just don't remember it. Um, but you will, especially if you put the intentions. If you're saying, "I don't dream, I don't dream, I don't dream," then we're telling the universe, "I don't want to remember my dreams. I don't want to remember my dreams. I don't want to remember my dreams." But if I start saying, "Thank you, Spirit, and thank you for allowing me to start remembering my dreams and to remember my dreams," then you will. So I love it. All right. So, how have you grown into who you are today, and what else Spirit wants you to know? Well, you have Spirit here with your Three of Cups. Your spiritual posse has been with you along the way. You've been developing your connection with them on purpose. And you also, the Devil card, you've been really questioning your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, and going through that deep reflection that's happening, in your life too. Yeah. Look. Your judgment, your dream, this is your dream. So they are also talking about not only your nightly dreams, but your higher dreams as well that come in here. And so you've got this, higher self calling you into your dream world. And so that's a lot of how you've grown into who you are today is by realizing your dream, focusing your dream, clarifying your dream, pursuing your dream, but doing your shadow work, connecting with the higher realm has been such a big piece of your growth, of there. And again, high priestess connecting to stepping away, connecting to the spirit realm, going behind the veil, diving deep into your emotions. So really embracing your mystic side of yourself and how things have been unfolding, as well. And then the Five of Wands, which is the transformation of your energy, where you've been intentionally transforming and doing things to move your energy from fear to unconditional love, and this transformation that's been happening. So they want you to, continue this and to take steps, more and more action, more and more steps for this, you know, as you go along this, but they're, also reminding you just trust the process. Um, the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit, and every step along the way is important. Like when something's being, something's being born, plant like a seed. It's planted. First of all, a seed has to be planted in fertile ground. Sometimes within rocks it grows, but it's planted somewhere. It gets water enough to where it breaks out. The seedling breaks out of the seed. It grows. It has to go through the growth to get to above the ground. It breaks the ground. And then if it jumped into leaves, a leaf would be on the ground, but it has to grow the stem that turns into the trunk, then the branches, and then the leaves, and then the blossoms, and then the fruit. If the fruit just appeared on the ground, it would rot or it'd get eaten. It's like every step along the way is an important part of the journey of of birthing of fruit, and it wants to, it's enjoying each step along the way too. 15, so long ago. Yeah. What, like 3 years ago, right? Laying in bed all day. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, and what a wonderful reminder for all of us. We don't realize how far we've come. And what a, here, last day of the year, we do this a lot, right? Look back a year ago. Look who we were a year ago. Wow, look how far we've come. Look how things have changed, how we've grown in just a year. And if we're able to look back 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, some of us can't look back 20 years. But when we look back, we're like, wow, it's whole lifetimes feel like they've changed within the lifetime that we live, right? So I love it. I love it. And that's what they want you to know right now. So many blessings to you, Supernova. And a big thank you for all your donations. I mean, you do support this channel so much with your love, your light, and your donations. So thank you. Don't ever feel guilty. All right. And Kat. Hello, Kat. So let me give your donation some love here. Whoops. Mouse gone wild. Okay, there we go. There we go. So thank you for your donation. And you want to know, what advice do your spirit guides have for 2024? Let's take a look here. What do they want you to know? And as I mentioned earlier, I've got the 2024 energy forecast out for each individual zodiac sign too. So if you guys want some extra insight into the overall themes for 24 and some breakdowns, those are all on my main channel as well. Let's see what they have here also for you. All right. Well, okay. They don't want me to look ahead. They go two by two here. So you've got Page of Swords and Page of Pentacles, new upgrades in thinking, mindset, the way you're looking at things. And the Page of Pentacles, this new way of looking and mindsets brings in new opportunities that also come into your world this 2024. But it's the cutting away these fears, these beliefs that would have held you back before. These new opportunities will be coming. You just have to look in at what beliefs have held you back about your worth, your abilities, possibilities. And they're like, there's so much with this year coming up that can happen, but the only thing that can hold us back is this brain that goes, no, 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 we can't do that. We're not smart enough, or we don't have enough time, ability, blah, blah, whatever lies that we've been told growing up, whatever opinions we've been having growing up. This is like, no, the world is your oyster. There's the only thing that can limit you is yourself. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Because you got the Sun card and the Magician card, two major arcana. Sun card is victory, shine bright, don't dim your light. Don't let anyone tell you that you're too bright. You need to dim, you need to have permission. The sun doesn't ask permission to shine, it shines. And if people can't handle it, they can put on a big sun hat or sunscreen or get inside or get in the shade. But the sun doesn't go, oh, I'm sorry, let me just dim for you. It doesn't. It shines bright and it's beautiful. Magician card 2 is you stepping into your power, really becoming this conduit of expressing this beautiful love energy within your heart with the world. So this feels like a year of, you know, whatever's been holding you back from living this dream that's in your heart, not the dream that's in your mind that's been given to you by someone, but the dream in your heart. What is this that you want to do? You have the Four of Cups too. Here's the cups of the outside world, relationships, situations, things that were supposed to fill us up, but you've achieved things, you've done things, and you're like, where's the fulfillment this was supposed to bring? Hello, it's not there, right? Because here's your dream of your heart that's being offered to you, that they want you to be able to see that the outside world isn't able to give you. Meeting these supposed to's and shoulds and all this of the outside world is not going to bring you what you desire. this fulfillment. You find it inward and upward that, comes in there. So that is what they're wanting you to focus on with all of that here. And yeah, big changes this next year. One with the 10 of Wands is you're realizing all these people and situations and things that you invested so much of your energy into. You're like these things that were demanding, I'm important, I'm urgent and important. And you're like, you're urgent, but you were not important. It's like, I don't need to invest my energy in all these 10 things. This, zeroing down to find out what is your dream? What is it that you want to achieve here in this lifetime? And you're cutting away all these investments of all these different places that you're investing it into. You're getting it down to one, which the 10 of wands is like, if you look at it as like 10 checkers moving up one space or whatever, everything moves up one. But if you get down to one checker that can move 10 spaces, you make these leaps and these bounds towards your dream, because you're whittling down where you're investing all of your energy, and you're making those choices. The Five of Pentacles is also this transformation, the number of change for this year, where you're changing how you're looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world, seeing that it's not humans that bring you your sustenance in each moment. It's creator, source. They have endless resources, right? But we learn when we trust humans and we think humans are supposed to bring us what we need in each moment, that's when we experience abandonment, feeling left behind, feelings of lack, because we're looking for them to bring us what we think we're supposed to need. But we learn through this that the creator brings us what we need in each moment. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here right now. We'd be dead. But since we're watching this stream or this video on replay or whatever, we're not dead, and we've been giving everything that we need, in our lives in this moment and more, because we're alive and we always will. And when you develop this relationship with Creator and Spirit of I can trust you, then we stop looking for humans to bring us what we need in each moment, and we trust the ethereal. In fact, they're reminding me here. One of the things I read every day, I have a little thing that I have my here's my daily sayings. And one of them is about money, because of course the world runs on money is the foundation of so much these days, but it's about abundance and supply, right? Money comes directly from spirit. The middleman does not hold the keys to my income. My prosperity comes directly from the divine ethers. I ask of it and no one else. And then there's this little thing here. It says, I am a magnet for money. I don't need to work hard to receive money. I simply attract it by showing up as me. So I love that, that kind of energy with this Five of Pentacles, because it is this transformative energy that comes in, and it allows you not, because that's one of the things that holds us back from living our dream is, well, I need to make enough money, blah blah blah. But when we connect to the spirit world and see them as our foundation, see them as our source, a trusted source, then we're more brave, we have more courage to step forward going, you know what am I afraid of? I want to live my dreams. Usually it's, I'm afraid of what people will think, but it's like, what? At some point we stop caring about that, because the ugly feeling of not living our dreams outweighs those fears. And, I was like, for me to do what I'm doing now, I got to a point of like, I just couldn't stand it anymore to work in corporate life. I needed to live my dream and share spirit's messages. And I was like, I'm selling my truck. I'm moving to, a place where I don't need a truck. And I, minimized my spending and different things. I'm like, I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't want it anymore, because I prefer this over that. And we make these changes. And you have this Ace of Pentacles, which is new opportunities that are opening up in their way, and new ways of income coming your way as well this next year. So I like it for you, Cat. I'm excited. Meow. Like leap forward like a cat, right? Leap for it. So that's what they have, and many blessings to you. All right. And again, thank you for your donation, Kat. And Infinity is one. Thank you for your sticker. I can't give that love. I love that little is that a cat that's smiling? Yay. Um, so thank you for your donation. Glad you like that affirmation. Um, yeah, absolutely, Supernova. They definitely do. Everyone's donations help support um, and allow me to eat and to pay for the few expenses I do have. So thank you guys so much. It allows me to do this for sure. Yeah, absolutely, Kat. Invest your energy into what makes you happy. Perfect. Hey, Lavina. Hey, everybody. Thank you for your patience as I'm working my way through um, the questions here. And I haven't started the free readings yet. So those of you that are like asking, did I get to them yet? I have not. And I'll be on for about 30 more minutes. To have a few donations, and those that I don't get to, I will come back on late this afternoon and complete those out for the year. Can you believe it? But if you want me to complete your reading here in this session, a donation of any kind will prioritize it and bring it to the forefront, and I'll dive deeper into those as well. And so if you want to do that, that's still available. And I'm just scrolling down here. Sorry, I was looking here. Oh, thank you, Infinity is one. I think I saw that somewhere, and thank you for re-putting it in there. So what's blocking L from coming in? Thank you. All right. I'm just gonna take a quick sip here. I want to show you guys just this. This is one of the shirts that someone gave me for Christmas here. I got Bigfoot and aliens together. That's us. That's all of us. We're myths. People don't really know who we really are. But I wanted to show you. I just saw the tip of it here. It was funny. Little humor. I love humor. Okay, so let's take a look here. What is blocking L from coming in here? All right, let's see what we've got here. All right. Okay. What are these here? All right. Yeah, I see here. They've got some stuff going on here with changing of what's blocking them. Well, let's just jump to this here. This is what's blocking them here because it was like this on a card here. This is what's blocking action. So this is how the card showed up, just as a visual. So Ace of Wands is movement on passion and action. You know, this is great by, I mean, this it's all everything is great by itself. But the card shows this like, why isn't action happening? Six of Pentacles, this out of balance belief about their rate of exchange. Their inner child who's blocking them. They're like, no, you don't deserve this yet. They don't deserve this yet, is what their inner child is saying. And if you ever look at my Take 10 with Zen playlist, episode 5 talks about the Six of Pentacles, and that there's this way out of balance, um, you know, rate of exchange that is created when we're young, 7 years old and younger, where when we have, someone who's like a parent, a grandparent, someone important in our life that we feel we have to give a lot to get very little back. Our inner child goes, "Oh, that seems like a fair rate of exchange. I give you 1,000 love coins, and you give me one back." And then it seeps down into their subconscious, and it's running on there on autopilot for, who knows how long till we bring it into our consciousness to look at it. So, and until that is dealt with, our little inner child is in charge of like this, the keyboard of that handles the, force fields that keep things out of our life that it doesn't feel we deserve yet. And so things will try to go in and nothing will happen. They'll try to get out, they can't. Something gets in there, it's not supposed to be there, it goes pew and gets repelled out of their life. So it could even be like, I want to make $100,000 a year. And it's like you get a job that's $100,000 a year. But the inner child goes, no, no, you don't deserve that. Self sabotage. We get fired or whatever. It's that kind of thing that happens with our inner child because it's like, we don't deserve that. No, 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 And so this is what's happening here is what's keeping it. But, we've got the judgment card. So their higher self is calling them to this higher place. They're dragging them in here, kicking and screaming, maybe, to the high priestess for them to step away and to really look at the inner things that are going on in their life here. Because they even got the devil card, which is the Saturn, the shadow work, the shaking, the rattling of their cages to force them to look at things and show them, um, what are these things bubbling below the surface? What is this cage and these misconceptions that our inner children, both our emotional child that learned a lot of emotional roles, 7 years old and younger, and our mental from 7 to 14 too. There's all of this stuff that's bubbling below the surface with all of that. And then we've got the 3 of wands, which is a change of direction as they're questioning these. So we've got peace of mind, this nudging to try to go a different direction, and this is what their inner spirit is trying to have unfold here. So that's what's blocking them is this lack of subconscious feelings of worth. And but there's a large posse of support working, trying to help them transform that, to get their attention, to have them do this. And when the devil card comes in, that's Saturn in Capricorn energy, which we're right in the middle of Capricorn, not middle, where we just started about 10 days ago. Capricorn season. I guess we're about halfway or a third of the way. Let's say a third. And so there is this energy of forcing them. It's not subtle. It'll bring things right to their face to make them look at things so that they can run, but they can't hide from it. And so you might see them in a little bit of anguish as they're learning about things, but there's freedom on the other side of it, and that's what it takes for them to feel comfortable taking action. So hopefully that helps. Infinity is one, but that's what's coming in. For you. And again, thank you so much for your donation. All right, you are very welcome. Thank you so much. All right, let's see here. Let's make sure no other donations that came in here. All right, I think we are good there. All right. So here at 12:33 my time, we will scroll up here. Whoops. And we will begin the free readings. Hey, everybody coming in. Hello, hello, hello. So I'll be on for about 20 more minutes. And so I will see how many free readings I get through. But whoever I don't get through on the free readings, after this, I'll go to my Praying Mantis member session, which is about an hour, hour and a half. And then I need to eat. And then I'll be back on later this afternoon. New Year's Eve, to finish out the free readings. And then I won't be back until Friday. I do have, of course, half off my personal readings. So like a 15-minute reading is $5 until midnight tonight. Well, until tomorrow when I get around to changing the pricing. But you can still take advantage of the 50% off in like a half hour is like $10. So all that information's in the description box. So check them out if you're interested. All right. So Kritika Sayani, hello, hello. You'll be the first free reading coming up here. And you are asking, should you forgive Amit and give him a second chance for a relationship? So of course, on the other side of the spirit world, they don't have shoulds. They don't look at things as supposed tos or shoulds or right or wrong and anything. They just look at everything as a choice. and different experiences that we get from it. So we'll just kind of alter it a little bit. Your question just is it for your highest experience to allow a second chance? Forgiveness is for you, not for them, right? So we'll separate that out and just say forgiveness is always for our highest experience, because forgiveness isn't about the other person. Forgiveness is about the emotions we're choosing to experience inside of us. And when we don't have forgiveness for someone, it's festering inside of us, and it's like drinking poison, and we're expecting it to impact someone else. Forgiveness is fear of, I don't want that to happen to me again, and we won't let it happen. We're not forgetting, going, "Oh, you did it again. Oops, I forgot you did it before." No, we're not forgetting. Forgiveness is releasing the wrath. It's like choosing to no longer be a vessel of pain because of someone else's actions or non-actions, words or non-words, and we're pouring out that cup, or it's like this giant bowl. We're this giant bowl, and it's full of unforgiveness and pain and suffering and lower vibrational energies. We're carrying this around. And then when we forgive, we're going, you know what? I'm releasing my wrath. I'm pouring all that out. And now I have all this emptiness become the ace of cups, the bowl, a vessel of love instead. So forgiveness, yes, forgive. Letting them back into your life is another whole deal, right? And that's what we'll pull cards on here is it for your highest experience to allow them back into your life? If you do, what happens here? Let's just take a look here. So you've got the Two of Cups, which is about relationships coming in here. But we have the Empress, which is new birth, mother nature, mother nurture, and taking care of you. And this feels like a new birth of a new relationship. I don't feel like a second chance coming in here. I feel like this energy is like you need to do what's best for you. And there is this relationship with yourself that's indicated here, but other strong relationships that are coming in here. New birth, new relationships, not not like going back, and because I don't feel like they've changed here. If you are like, you know what, I want to give it a try, there's no judgment in that, because sometimes we do, well, spirit's like, no, don't do it, put it to an end. But I love it. Um, you know, what I was gonna say, which is funny, they're just like, it's still good information for all of us that um but they're like, Before we start that, no." Whenever anyone, there's like someone's not living up to the agreements between us, and they're saying things and doing things that are disrespectful, and we're like, that's not what I want in a relationship. And if they come back going, I've changed, and you're like, all right, let's say I give you the benefit of a doubt that you've changed. I'm not just letting you back into my life. Spirit is wonderful that they're like, don't believe what people say, believe what people show you. And if someone wants to back into your life after they've done things that are, not appropriate for what you want in a relationship, then you can be like, all right, so start dating me. I'm not making any commitments, any promises, anything else, but I'm going to give you 30 days or 60 days. I prefer 2 months, because it takes 30 days to change a habit. So if they're able to do something for 30 days, maybe they will end up changing. But if you give them 60 days, say for 60 days, I want you to show me who you are, and then I'll decide. And if they're like, "What? Why don't you just blah, blah?" Okay, well, there's my answer. Thanks. Bye. What? Oh no. Okay. Okay. If they're willing to do that, then maybe I'll give you a chance. But if not, you're not desperate for love. You will find love, Kritika. You're not desperate for them. You're like, you know what? I deserve that empress. I am the empress. I am the ruler of all queens, and I deserve an emperor who is worthy. So you need to show me that you're worthy of my love. Boom, drop the mic. So there you go, Kritika. That's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. Sorry, my mouse is not acting up. Okay, there we go. So, I do have an additional donation, so I'll scroll down there. Up next for the free readings is Felicia. Hey, Felicia. And thank you guys so much as well for all of you that have given me a thumbs up. Thank you for reminding me that, Felicia, too. It does help spread the Zen love. So thank you guys so much. It tells me you're enjoying receiving free readings and these readings online, and it tells YouTube as well. And they share my other videos with the world. So thank you guys for being part of the Love Tsunami. All right. So it's moi. Thank you for that donation. Let's give that some love. And it's the question about the online guy. So you said you stopped talking. And as you said, you ended the connection. He keeps saying he likes you, but he's upset by your angry reactions and impatience. You haven't even exchanged contacts, though you've seen his picture. Okay. And you keep leaving him alone, but he reaches back. You keep demanding a number, and it's taken back by that. I feel like the same dynamics from the right, yeah. Let's take a look here. I know, right? Dun 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 dun. Same circus, different monkey. Let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know? What is happening? What is going on here? And what advice do they have? All right. Yeah, temperance, patience, 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 right? And it's like, oh my gosh, definitely it feels like slowness. Why is this going slow? Yeah, and then you have the judgment card, which is your higher self calling you to this higher place. And, with the judgment card has double endings, double new beginnings, but it is this calling. It's seeing things from this higher perspective and understanding a little bit too, clarity around dream. Let's see what we have here. Yeah. Clarity around, I mean, three major arcana. So this really is like there's this energy of what you will or will not accept, and you're and definitely, like you said, if it feels like with this double endings, double begins with the x's, like this is a reflection of my ex, and let me see what did I want to learn about this since it's coming back again. It's like, what am I fearing? What's at the root of the fears here? What is it what did I want it to tell me about me? You know, sorry, this is squeaky chair. Let me readjust here. There we go. Not so squeaky. Um, so I like that. Continue talking or ignore him. Yeah, well, we'll take a look here. But I feel like if with the stuff that keeps coming up, especially when you said anger, right? Because you're like, if there's this anger that comes up, then that's fear. And so when anger comes up, that is reflecting back to us a fear that's a trigger that's in there that we can look at. And trust me, after dating I would say four long-term-ish relationships of the same person in a different person's body, um, we'll continue to have the same mirror come to us because even though we change mirrors, the reflection don't change. Trust me on that one. So I like this for you because you do have the hermit, which is taking time. I like that this is online because it gives you the time to reflect, turn inward here, and turn to spirit and go, okay, four major arcana. Holy cow, five major arcana. Wow. So this is a life-changing, fated. This is why they won't leave you alone because they your spirit wants you to see these things that are happening here below the surface, the moon, the below energy here. So yeah, the hermit and the moon coming out together is showing you, definitely it's super reflective and looking at the anger, yeah, the 10 of wands, all the energy that you're investing and where do you want to invest your energy. So there is this beautiful clarity that's coming through all this, and it's happening on purpose for a purpose. And they're resistant giving you their number because spirit doesn't want you to take it further in that relationship because that is just a mirror for you. and to have you like, okay, what is it, with it. And that could be part of it too. I mean, that's very empowering about learning to let go when it doesn't feel right. But the not feeling right is also part of it all, and when we feel like I'm overreacting, if you're reacting, then that's a fear. We react from fear when our little inner child feels unsafe, right? Or out of control, then it reacts. It sounds the alarm, whoop, whoop, whoop. And our intelligent, compassionate, loving side is booted out because we feel threatened. We feel like something's going on here. I do not feel safe. And this, whatever this is that's triggering inside, is telling you it's rooted in a fear. And it's like, oh, I don't want that to happen again, or this is what this means about me. And it brings something up for us to look at, because when we move from reacting to responding, then we know we're at a higher vibrational energy around it, and the fear has been transformed. And it's normal. We have a lot of fears in this giant amusement park of fear rides that we've had growing up here. And, we definitely have this, you know, change of um, perspective of things, right? And so when you're looking at this and going, why want to give me his number? What is he hiding? We fear that they're hiding something. What do we fear they're hiding? Because that gets deeper, right? That moon card. We get deeper into that, the what's below the surface, what is swimming around under there. We're like, well, I fear that they're, holding back that they're married, or that they have multiple, I'm one of many, or that they're a 90-year-old man in Florida that's pretending to be someone else, or whatever, happens with all of that coming in, right? And so we get to the root of what are the fears, what's really bubbling below the surface. And this is this transformation. So they won't let you alone, because the assignment is, it's like a heat-seeking missile. It's going to keep coming at you until you deal with the fear that's behind it. They're shown like a submarine movie where the missiles, seek seek until it's either dismantled or it hits you, right? But of course it's not going to hit you. But it's about looking at it and going, okay, what is it that I'm truly fearing below the surface here? What do I fear they're hiding, and why? And what do I feel it means about me is a big thing that helps too with these questions of looking at things. So hopefully that helps. It's moi, but I feel like you don't need to interact, and you don't need to take it any further. I feel like it's more about what you are supposed to learn through this interaction. That's like it's like part two, or like the sequel to the first one. You're like, all right, there's some stuff coming up that's too similar, that's bringing up these same emotions, and there actually even echoes that go back further than that too. It goes back into um to the earlier childhood, because the things that we experience, like even past 14, 15 years old, is usually an echo of things we experience mentally and emotionally in our emotional and mental bodies when we're younger. So we can even go back, what does this remind me of earlier in my life? It's like, oh, my dad, my mom, my grandpa, this, that situation. I see it now, that this is just a ripple of an old emotion that's been echoing down in my subconscious in that ocean for decades, right? So that's what's coming in there for you right now. It's Juan. Again, thank you so much for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right, and I am only going to be on for about 5 more minutes. Miss Rock, I did not get to yours yet. And the only free reading that I've gotten to today so far, it was Kritika Sayani. So the rest of you, I will most likely be coming back this afternoon after my session with my praying mantis members, and after I eat, I'll come back on and finish them this afternoon. Um, So I will come back. And so if you're obviously you've had to have had be a subscriber to my channel to comment in the chat. So just make sure your notification settings are set to all. Then you'll be notified when I come back later. I will come back to this video, pin a comment with the link to the afternoon video. And then in that video, I will, because here in a moment I'll take screenshots. I'll put an order of which I completed the everyone's readings, so you can kind of see where you're at in the list and go, oh, okay, then jump in and see where you're at and go, okay, I'm forward, I'm a little forward, a little backward. Oh, there I am. It helps you find yourself faster. I would do timestamps, but it would take me so long to do it because I usually end up doing 30, 40, 50 free readings in those sessions. So thank you for understanding. All right. So I'm going to be on, like I said, just about 5 more minutes. I have to head off here and head over. Yeah, 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 definitely do that in the praying mantis stream there, Nova. You're very welcome, it's moi. All right. So, last reading for this session will be Felicia Feng. Felicia. So you want to know, will you move to and start working in another city in the first half of 2024? So based on current energies, let's take a look here and see what they say here. All right. Well, you do definitely here. You've got the Ace of Wands is energy, action, movement, and the Page of Swords is all about, our moving away from fears and looking at things with clarity and from a higher perspective. Ace of Wands is you hold the power in your hands here. So it's saying that there is possibilities for you to definitely do that, but it's you taking action, you focusing your energy, you cutting away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and getting clarity about what you want to do and where you want to live. And it's you know you are a co-creator in your life. You're the one behind the driver's wheel. Um, and hopefully you know how to drive. I'm just kidding. But you are the one behind the driver's wheel. Spirit creators beside you. And they're going, where do you want to go? Where do you want to head? And they're like, I don't know. Are we going to get there though? In the first half of the year, like, well, where do you want to go? How do you want to get there? And you're like, I don't know. And he's like, well, I don't know. It depends on what you want to do and where you want to go. And they're like, well, where do you want me to go? They're like, I don't care. I'm with you. There is no, if there was a faded place and a job, they would tell me, but there's not. They're like, it's up to you. You get to decide what do you want to do and where do you want to go. You're going to complete your mission regardless of where you're at and what you're doing. So it's up to you where you want to do and how you want to express this, your dharma in your life, right? Your life purpose. And they're saying you can do it. Some people do have it, like Lady Gaga. She was destined to share how she's sharing. It's like there's fated stuff that she wouldn't have been able to not happen because of the purpose that she chose for her life here, right? But you don't have this. It has to be set this and this. There's such a wide open adventure, which most of us are. There's very few. There's just some huge people that have huge life purposes to help humanity that they chose in this lifetime. We had it in other lifetimes and other places, but in this lifetime, you've chosen, okay, I want to do this, but I can do it in all these different ways in all these different places, and you get to choose what you want to do. So you get to choose, and then you get to move forward. I love this message for you. They're just like, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Well, I don't want to go to the wrong place. They're like, there's no wrong place. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? And then you decide and you move towards it. But the universe is not holding you back. They conspire for you. As soon as you plug in the destination in your GPS system, they will guide you on how to get you there the fastest way. And you can go, no, alternate route, and you can change it. And they're like, all right, there's no rush. We're on a journey. And so hopefully that helps, Felicia. You're like, no. I know it does, but that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you. All right. So let me grab screenshots here. And so Aditi, you'll be my first free reading when I return. And for everyone else, I will post some pick a cards and some other things. Whoops. Um, Sorry, let me just focus here for a sec. I don't want to miss anyone. All right. So that's where I was. There. um, because we've got like the 2024 energy forecasts that are coming in and that are out. So you could check and get some information on what spirit wants you to know. It's for each individual zodiac sign. So there's great information for those. I've also got some solstice readings, which pick a card readings, and some which has a lot of a second part in it, which is really cool. That gives you information on the next 3 months. And then also we've got sorry, just making sure here. The Capricorn season, which is the next month. And so we've got these great these great um resources here. All right, sorry, just getting my last one here. Okay, I'm good. I got all the screenshots, and I did get you in Shaby there. So let's post here. So here is, just for the ease of use here, the 2024 energy forecast. So you can check those out. We got the winter solstice that I just talked about, and the Capricorn season. Let me do that one. So you got all of those that you can look, and then there also is the New Year, New Earth meditation. Pick a card here too. God's daughter, if you have your question there, I see you retracted one. So if it's somewhere else, I just grabbed all the screenshots of all the chat since it started, and then I go back through and I um, take out all the questions that are not done yet. So if it's up there somewhere, then it is. If not, you know, you can pop it back down here below if you feel like it's not there. Um, yeah, Ms. Rec, when I come back, I will get you. I see that you asked yours what's coming up for the coming month, so we'll do that. Okay. All right, good. So you'll be good then, God's daughter. All right. And then let's see. Boom, 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 boom. And of course, all of my services that I've had half off will end tonight. Tomorrow, when I actually get on to update all those will be changed. So you still have an opportunity to get a lot of my services at half off, including past life readings, which I introduced in December. And then those will also be moving back to regular price tonight. And then I introduced birthday readings, which is something new. And so for the first 30 days until the end of January, those will be half off. So if you want to interested in checking any of those out, there's a lot of free content on my main page in addition to these that I posted. So be sure to check those out. And like I said, I'll be back later this afternoon to complete the free readings, and then I'll be back next Friday, next year. So if I don't speak to you guys again, um, until then, have a very happy and safe New Year's. And please know I'm so grateful for our journey this year, and I'm excited for next year too. And know that as you're going through every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you, enjoy the rest of your day, night, and much love to you until I see you. And take care of yourselves.